Hello, thank you so much for joining me and welcome if you're new. Today I have my eyeshadow elimination project update where I select a number of single eyeshadows, put them into one palette so I can find out the ones that I don't really love and eliminate them. I call this elimination because all the eyeshadows will be reviewed thoroughly, and I do have a system at choosing which shades to roll in so I can be more efficient, which I explained in my intro. So feel free to check that out, the link will be in the description box. But I have to re-explain the process of this project because I made some adjustments since my intro. Basically, all the eyeshadows that enters to this project, I have up to 3 months and 15 uses to make a decision. If I hate it, it will get decluttered. If I love it, it can go back to my collection. And everything in between goes to the second stage, where it either awaits for a comparison review from this stage, stage 1, or it becomes the candidate of all the eyeshadows I want to hit pan on. Does that make sense? Now let's get into the main course of today's video. I'm going to share with you all the progress I made with the shadows I wrote in from the intro. Let's get started. These are all the eyeshadows that I've been working on for the past month. This is how those shadows look like when I first wrote them in, and how they looks like now. You might be able to see some usage on some of the eyeshadows. I believe for most of them you can't really tell. Let's go through them very quickly. I'm going to tell you how many times I've used it, if I have made up my mind about it. And for most of the shadows here, if I were going to roll them out, for example, with this one, I'm moving this one to stage 2. And I will roll in a similar shade, just so I can use both of the shades at the same time, to further compare if I really need both of them. First is this one by Sony Kashik. Use this one 6 times. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. And second one is also by Sony Kashik. This one I used 10 times. I definitely don't love it enough to keep it. It's a useful shade. I'm going to move this to the next stage where I am going to hit pan on it. This one is from Urban Decay. I used this one twice. This is an interesting shade because it looks like a soft skin tone color, but it actually have a hint of ashiness. One time I used it on my under eye. It looked really weird. I have to play more with this one. This one by Sephora. I used this one 3 times as a liner, so I don't really know how it performs. It's gonna stay for one more round. This one is from Clinique. It's a twin shade with the Urban Decay Toasted and Clinique. I used this one 3 times. One time I actually used it side by side with the Toasted on both of my eyes. I was able to tell a difference when I really look into it. What I'm trying to say is if I were gonna go out in public like that, I'm totally fine. Nobody's gonna notice the difference. I actually prefer this one over the Urban Decay one, but it's not a shade that I absolutely love, so it's not gonna go back to my collection. I'm gonna put this in the next stage. I'm gonna hit pan on it. This one by Sony Kashik. Now this is a weird one. It's getting a little bit hard pan, but not a big deal. When you swatch it, there's color payoff. But when I use the brush to apply it on my eye, I just can't seem to get it work. It almost does nothing whatsoever. And I also feel like my brush was not really picking up anything, so I have to, you can see it from here, I have to really scrub it. I have so many shadows in this shade. I'm gonna declutter that. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned I used this one 7 times. This one by Sephora, I used this one 4 times. Well, I have actually used this shadow before, but not consistently enough for me to remember how it performed. Even though I used it 4 times during the past month, I still don't really know. I know I don't hate it for sure. So I'm gonna give it one more round. This one, I used this one 15 times, mostly on my brows as a brow pencil. I did use this one once or twice on the outer V. It was a little bit patchy, but it works okay on my brows. So I'm actually gonna move this one to stage 2. This is a good example where I'm gonna keep this in stage 2. And in the meantime, I'll be trying a similar shade in stage 1. So I can use both of the shadows at the same time to see if I can clearly tell I like one over another. As you can see, I have so many browns. Just within my single shadows, I have like 4 dark browns already. So I definitely wouldn't be shy to let 1 or 2 go. This one by Revlon, I use this one a lot. But again, because I don't use it consistently, I don't know if it will be the similar situation where it gets patchy on the eye. I'm just gonna move this one on the side for now. Moving on to this one by The Balm. This one I used 5 times only as a liner, so I need more time with it. This one by Urban Decay. I used this one only once, so this one is also gonna stay for one more round. This one from Lancome, Kitten Hill. I used this one 7 times. This one's kind of similar to this one that I'm gonna declutter. It's kind of similar but also different. This one I have no problem with the application. However, color is just too muted. I feel like it's like nothing. I can use this one as a setting powder. Okay, because originally I was gonna declutter this. I will move this one to stage 2. I'm gonna try to pan it. The next one, this one is interesting. Gaze by Lancome. I used this one 10 times. This one took a turn. During the first couple uses, I just hated this shade. It looks so pretty in the pan, but the color, it matches so well with my skin tone. It almost disappears like it's nothing. What I mean is there's nothing wrong with this shadow. It's just this shadow with my skin tone. It just matches so well. You can't even find it. So the first couple times when I used it, I just feel like I'm doing the work, and it's like you have to really look for the result. But I used it a couple more times, and I think I finally learned how to appreciate it. I still don't love it, but I don't hate it anymore. So this one is gonna go to stage 2. I'm gonna try to hit pan on it. There is actually a lot of dent with this shadow already. I'm confident that I can hit pan that fairly quickly. This blue one, also from Lancome, I used this one 3 times. Twice as liner, one time was just playing around with it. I wore it all over the eyelid. I don't hate it. The shadow is definitely a little bit hard pan, but it works fine. I haven't tried to remove the outer layer yet. It's not bothering me. This one is gonna stay for one more round. The next one is from Sephora. I used this one 4 times, only as a liner, 1 time on the outer V. I don't love it nor hate it. I just need to use this one a few more times so I can compare if I like this one or this one better. These 2 color swatches are almost identical. So this one is gonna stay for one more round, but it's not gonna stay for the entire round. This one from Urban Decay 4, I used this one 5 times. I definitely like it more than I thought I would. I'm not gonna roll this one back to my collection yet. I still have a couple more ways I want to play around with it. So this one is staying in for now. These are all the shadows that's gonna stay. These are the shadows that I'm moving into the stage 2. I'm gonna keep them in my everyday palette. So these are gonna be the 5 shadows that'll be panning for now. And I will update you every month. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to hit pan on 1 shade or maybe 2 by the next update. This shade, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. So 6 shadows got rolled out. Because I want stage 1 to be kind of fast paced, instead of rolling in 6 shades now, I'm gonna show you all the shades that I found so far that I could roll in. Just so if I say by tomorrow, if I want to move this one to stage 2, then I can grab another color from this palette and start working on it. So I don't have to wait till the update to do that. First one first, I'm going to look at the shades that I wrote out and try to put a replacement for that shade. This one from Clinique to kind of replace this one from Lancome. They're not identical. They can only be considered similar in vibes. And I kind of already know that I don't really like this Clinique one. I just want to make sure I hate it so I can declutter it. And then I'm rolling in this one from the Balm to replace the one from Lancome. That's the one from the Balm, and this is the one from Lancome. This one is more pigmented than the Lancome one. I have 3 shadows almost in this same shade. This is not a shade that I reach for a lot, so most likely this one will also be decluttered unless I somehow enjoy it. For the Clinique one, I'm gonna roll in either one of those to replace it. I want to try this one. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna roll in this one for now. This one to replace the Clinique one. And for this one, I don't really have a replacement. The replacement for this one is a lot bigger pan. It won't fit in this palette, so I'm just gonna leave that out. But I'm gonna roll in one of the medium brown. These 2 are identical. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. And then this one from Revlon to replace the Sonikashi one that I rolled out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one more. Let's put them into the palette, then I can decide. Alright, I got it. So this is how they look so far. I'm actually gonna roll in a twin shade to replace the Sonikashi shade that I'm decluttering. This is also from Sonikashi, it's actually from the same palette. Hopefully this one applies a little better, and we'll see. So that is the palette for now. It doesn't look very interesting, but if I was gonna roll out some of the colorful shades, I can always grab some colorful shades from my single eyeshadow palette. And I'll update you how it goes by the next update. So those are the shadows that I'll be working on for the next month. Those are the shadows that I'll be panning for now. So this is kind of like a project with 2 series. 1 stage where I use them quickly to determine where they go, and the second stage is where I use them slowly to pan them, and I'll update them kind of separately. I have to say I'm really having fun with this project. You know, it doesn't make me use my eyeshadows outside of the box, because for me to review it, I have to use it in different ways, right? That was everything to me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. I will see you again. Bye bye.